everyone, welcome back. So this week I thought, because it's December now, it's the end of the year. How did that happen? I thought I would do like a what I've knitted this year, kind of like a roundup, if you will. It's kind of, I don't know, it's not as much as I was expecting it to be honest. I do have 3 sweaters that are whips, which I'll show at the end. So I don't know, I don't think I'm going to finish those all by the end of the year. One I will definitely finish because it's a test knit. The second one, I don't know, it's got like a sleeve and a bit, and then the third one needs 2 sleeves and the neckband. I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility, but I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna do it, which is fine. Also, one of them is like maybe like a question mark, like whether or not I'm gonna take it into the new year with me, so there's that. Let's drink some coffee. Okay, shall we get started? So there is 10 sweaters or garments, 2 hats, 3 pairs of socks and 2 scarves, all finished this year. Only one of these things was cast on last year, so yeah, everything was cast on this year and finished this year bar one project. One thing I cast on last year in 2021 and then I finished it this year. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to do accessories first because these are the sweaters. So I've got a little pile of accessories here. First, I'm also just want to preface by saying I'm not doing this in like chronological order because my memory is not that good and I have no idea at what point in the year some of this stuff was knitted. I can be vague about like whether it was hot or cold outside, and that's about it. So yeah, let's go. First off, I have the Vima beanie. This is by Vera Valimaki. It's a free pattern. It's really nice. I'll try it on for you, seeing as it's just a hat. Cute. Yeah, cute. I made this ever so slightly shorter because I was running out of yarn. I used Fonty Pole, which is a blend of wool and alpaca, and it's on an 8mm needle, so it's really fast. I think I knitted the majority of this hat in a day. Yeah, good gift knit, and I'm really pleased that I made this because I actually made this to replace a hat very similar that I lost, and I was really upset because I've never lost anything that I've knitted for myself before, and then I lost a hat like this, so this was it's a good wardrobe staple. Also, London's become suddenly incredibly cold, so I've been wearing that a lot. And then the second hat I made is Balaclava number 2 by My Favourite Things Knitwear. I haven't really worn this. I think I chose a weird colour. So this I knitted in Gilliatt, de Room Nature Gilliatt in Poivre Blanc, and then the mohair is some misk, like pale pink that I had in my stash. The fabric feels amazing. I've actually never blocked it. I probably should. But yeah, I don't know how I like this on me. It's really warm, but I feel like I look a bit weird. Let me try it on. If I look weird, I'm gonna cut it out. Yeah, you guys, I looked weird, so I'm gonna cut it out. It's not the vibe. I think it's the colour that's not the vibe. I would like another one because it's so warm. Maybe I'll knit another one next year. I have the pattern now, so yeah. And then I have 2 scarves. These I did knit very recently. They're both the Sophie scarf by Petite Knit. I have the small size and the bigger size, so you can kind of see how those sizes compare to one another. the big size is actually not that much bigger. It's only like 7 more repeats. Yeah, really lovely. I knitted both of these in the Jameson and Smith jumper weight 2-ply, which is their 4-ply, and held it with Ithaca silk mohair. The navy blue one, I don't know if you can tell, I ran out of mohair at this end, so this end is not fluffy. I can kind of tell on the camera, I don't know if you'll be able to. You can kind of see it. Yeah, but no one will know. Well, you will now, I've told you, but yeah. So I've been wearing both of these a lot. Really like those. I think that's a really good gift knit as well. I'll definitely be making more of those. Okay, and then we have 3 pairs of socks. And also, I have to say, I think I might... I genuinely can't remember if I have made more socks this year or not, but these are the 3, like... I'm not a really big sock knitter. If you know me, you know that I don't really like making socks. But I feel like this year I've made some nice pairs of socks, so there's that. I don't know. Yeah, so first off, I've got the Reverie socks from Pom Pom magazine. This was from the spring issue of 2022. The pattern's called Reverie. I can't remember the number of the issue. I think it's 41. Yeah. So I knitted these in Retrosaria Mondim. Both these colours are from Retrosaria Mondim. Yeah. I've worn these a lot. I love them. The colour work around the kind of heel section makes it very tight and snug, and so they feel very comfortable on your feet. Yeah, I really like those socks. And then I have these ones. This is just like a boring sock. Show you the one that's not the jog. This is the, what's it called? I'm so basic. The Summerlee free sock pattern. Yeah, these are in some lovely like Dutch rare breed wool that I got at Unravel Yarn Festival at the beginning of 2020, and I've been hoarding it until this year. I think I cast these on around February, maybe. Yeah, so these are really lovely. I've worn these a lot as well. These and the Mondim actually is non-superwash, no nylon, but they've worn really well. The heel has felted, it looks a bit gross. Now I've worn them a lot, but they're holding up really well, so that's nice. Yeah, there's a little magpie outside. I see him every day. And then I have these. This is the Kumiko sock from Pom Pom, also from Pom Pom, the autumn issue, which I guess, actually I think the autumn issue is 42, so it means that Reverie is from issue 40. Both issues of Pom Pom from 2022. Yeah, this sock pattern's by the Japanese designer Yuka. Really fun to make. I quite fancy another pair of these because they're good for using up bits and pieces. Most of this is in Mondim, and then the cuff and the heel are in a Beehive Yarns sock minis that I got end of last year. So that's those. Let me put these down here. So yeah, that's the socks, accessories type things. Let's do the sweaters. Yeah, I've knitted 10 garments, almost one a month. I guess we still have December. I will finish a sweater this month, so that's 11. Pretty good. Yeah, I wish I had finished more stuff, to be honest. I don't like going into the new year with all my whips. Let's talk about that in a minute, after we've gone through all of these. So again, these are not in chronological order because I don't know. I don't know. I know that this is the first thing I've finished in 2022 though. So this is the Bonnie cardigan by Orlan Sush Tepesh. Let me just do some of the buttons up so you can see it a bit better. I knitted this in the Studio Donegal Soft Donegal, which is a 100% merino base. They also have one that's 100% wool, and the colours are a bit different across the different bases, and I fell in love with this colour. So yeah, here we are. It's looking quite different on the camera. It's very grey, but like with brown tones. And it's got this nice little detail at the back with the split hem. Yeah, I love this. I've worn this so much. I knitted the majority of this when I was on holiday with my parents. We went to stay in Dartmoor in Devon for about a week, and it was very cold and gloomy, and I don't know, it was like perfect knitting weather. So yeah, that's this. This is one of those things that I made and I was like kind of thinking, how did I not have this in my wardrobe before now, you know? I feel like, I don't know, I feel like every time I kind of almost every single time I finish something, I kind of think, how have I not already been wearing this? Like, this is what I needed. Yeah, I feel like I've done that a few times this year, which is very nice. Okay, where am I gonna put? I'm just gonna start a pile on the floor. It's fine. Okay, so then this is my most recently finished. This is the Lakes pullover by Ozetta. This I knitted in Durirum Natura Gilead. The colour's called Amaranth. Yeah, I've been wearing this to death. It's already, I don't know if you can see on the camera, it's already a little bit pilly, you know, bubbly, because I've been wearing it so much. But I love this sweater. I'm absolutely planning another one. I have yarn set aside for it already. I'm gonna try and do a stripy one, because I have yarn left over from the cardigan I just showed you, the Studio Donegal, which is like a grey brown, and the flecks of the like Donegal tweed have like green and orange, and I have some Gilead in a very beautiful rusty orange colour, like quite a dark like brownish orange, and I want to do like probably 4 row stripes this pattern. We'll see. I think it will work. This is absolutely a fantastic pattern. I test knitted this for Hayley, the designer, and it was such a great thing to do. I knitted this really fast. I think I knitted this sweater, I knitted this in under 4 weeks. So that was pretty satisfying. And what's the other thing I was going to tell you? I made it quite a bit shorter. If you look at the pattern, you can see that the dimensions or the like proportions of her, the pictures in her pattern, they are different to how my sweater looks, just because I am literally 5 feet tall. So I often have to take a considerable amount of length off of the body of things to get them to fit how I want. I think I took 10 centimeters off of the body of this, and the sleeves, I couldn't work as many decreases as the pattern stated to get the sleeve to the length that I needed it to be, which I don't know, it just means my sleeve's a little bit wider, which I like it. I think it looks nice. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, so that's that one. I also should say that most of this stuff I've like posted about on my Instagram account as well, so you can kind of see pictures of me wearing stuff. I don't really think that this is the right format for me to like try every single thing on. Yeah, Somebody, when I first started doing YouTube, somebody suggested that I do a video about how I like style my hand knitted stuff, which if you're interested in something like that, let me know, let me know in the comments or whatever. I'd have to work out how a video like that might work. I think it would take a lot of like editing, so you wouldn't have to see me like taking stuff on and off, which that's okay. But yeah, okay, and then I have 2 summer tops. I have knitted summer tops in the past and I've thought I've not worn them because I don't really know why I've not worn them. I think because I get too hot in them. This summer we had a monumental heat wave in the UK. London was, for a couple of days, honestly unbearably hot. We're not set up in this country for hot weather. Nowhere has air conditioning. Yeah, our buildings are like designed to retain heat, so when it's hot here, it's honestly horrendous. And we got, in London, it got to, I think it might have gone to 40 degrees Celsius. Yeah, I think the thermostats in our house were showing 39 degrees Celsius, like in the flat, out of the sun. So yeah, it was a lot. But because we had such a lot of hot weather, I did knit some summer stuff. So let me show you them. First, I knitted this one. This is the Ingrid top by Gregoria Fibers. This I knitted with Fonte Bohème, which is a linen and cotton blend. The yardage that it has suggests that it's a sport weight, and the needles they say on the label suggests that it's a sport weight. But this I knitted to a DK gauge and it looks great and it feels really nice, and it's machine washable. I'm not a machine washable person. I don't really knit with anything that's machine washable. I don't machine wash my knits, but I have machine washed these tops, so that's very satisfying that I can do that. Yeah, I picked pink. It's not a colour I would normally go for, but I really like it. I wore this quite a lot this summer with like skirts and shorts as well. Yeah, it looks nice because the armhole's quite scooped out. I kind of have to, and also it has all these lace holes, so you can kind of see your bra through. So I think I ended up wearing it with my sports bra, which has like a racer back, so you couldn't see the straps. But yeah, that worked. So that's this one, Ingrid top. And then I made a second summer top, which is this one. I also used the Fonte Bohème. Sorry, these have been folded in my drawer for a while now because it's no longer hot. Yeah, this, I also used Fonte Bohème. I love this colour. This is the Tufa Tank by Heidi Kermeyer. This is reversible, so in her pattern she has one side square and one side has a V neck. I adapted the pattern so both sides are square because I'm not a V-neck person. They just don't suit me, and I don't like them. Just personal preference. So yeah, I made both sides of this tank square. I had to double the length that I knitted the strap to, just because the V obviously like scoops down way more, or like, you know, it comes down more, that if I knitted to the pattern for the square neck just as written for both sides, it was it was like right up here. And obviously then the armhole would have been too shallow as well. So yeah, I just had to, it said to like, I don't know, it said like repeat like 6 times or whatever, and I repeated it like 12 times. Because it's got, the edging is all built into the pattern. It's got like a built-in I-cord type edging, which looks really good. I would definitely knit this pattern again, because I have my notes of how I like made it square. Yeah, I might make another one for next summer. And yeah, it's been through the washing machine and it's absolutely fine. I think it did get a little bit shorter, but that's fine. I could always stretch it out again because it's cotton, it doesn't matter. So that's that. 2 summer tops. Okay, then I have this one. This is called Cameo Vest. This is going to be, or it is, in the newest issue of Liner magazine, which is coming out in a couple of weeks. Yeah, it's like 16th of December or something. This is another pattern by Orlan Souche that I test knitted for her. I do quite a lot of test knits for Orlan. I love her patterns so much that invariably whenever she announces a test knit, I'm there because I love them so much. I've been test knitting for her since 2019. So yeah, I've knitted a lot of her patterns, which is really nice. So this is hers, and then the Bonnie cardigan I showed you is by her, and I also have another 2 of her patterns that I've also knitted this year. So yeah, she's definitely my favourite designer. This is the Cameo Vest. I knitted this in Raw Work. They've got a sport weight base, and then they've got a base that's kind of between DK and worsted weight. This, I knitted it as a worsted weight. It's absolutely amazing as a worsted weight. I used just under 3 skeins. They're 100-gram skeins, 220 meters a skein. So yeah, I made the 3rd size of this vest. I made the body just a little bit shorter. My body from hem to underarm is about 21 centimeters. I think the pattern tells you to knit to maybe 25 or 26. So yeah, it's such a lovely pattern. I also want to make another one of these. I'm kind of I'm quite a big advocate of like re-knitting something if you really like it. Like, I don't know, this fits beautifully. The armhole shaping, it's just so it's so clean and nice. It's got this faux seam. I really love this pattern. The only thing, if I'm going to make another one, the only thing I want to alter is the amount of buttonholes. How many have I got here? 2. So this has 6 buttons. I think I would probably add a 7th button, so they'd be closer together. Just because the buttonholes are small, I feel like the smaller the buttonhole, the more buttons you need, just to make sure that they really like it all stays together, if that makes sense, if you're wearing it buttoned up. Because I tend to wear this buttoned, maybe the first 4 buttoned and the bottom 2 unbuttoned. That's how I wear cardigans as well. I tend not to button them all the way down. So yeah, that's that. Also, I never used to be the sort of person who knitted with grey, but that's grey, and I guess the Studio Donegal cardigan is kind of a grey. Yeah, I don't know why I had this massive aversion to grey. I think I had this like misguided thing that it was just like the most boring colour you could possibly choose, but it's not, because it goes with lots of stuff. It's quite practical. Okay, here we are. This is another one of Orlan's patterns. This is Albini. Albini is a DK weight version of Bonnie. So they're the same cardigan, like a top-down raglan. They're the same sort of shape. Albini does have pockets and Bonnie doesn't. Mine doesn't have pockets because I forgot that the pattern had pockets. And like knitted past where you were supposed to have put the pockets in. But that's fine. Saved me some yarn. Yeah. What was I going to say about this? So this, well, let me tell you, this is knitted in West Yorkshire Spinners Blue Faced Leicester fleece in their DK base. They not recently, maybe like a year or so ago, introduced dyed shades of the Blue Faced Leicester base, because they only used to do it in 3 undyed shades. And now they do dyed shades. This colour's called Umber, which I just think is so beautiful. I added this folded collar. Albini, like Bonnie, has a round neck, but I really wanted a cardigan with a folded collar like this. So I added it. I just knitted straight for about 11 centimeters and then folded it over. I could have gone for longer, I think, but I like the size of this. I think it sits very nicely. Also, the buttons on here, I mainly tend to use like vintage buttons because I get them at car boot sales, but these ones were gifted to me by Meg of, what's her shop called? Pigeon Wishes shop. Meg makes such lovely buttons. These are like, I don't really know what they're made of. They're plasticky, but they're so lovely. And they come in big packs as well. I think like 15 buttons in a pack. I love them on here. So nice. Yeah. I've also worn this one a huge amount. Sorry, I've got a really sore throat. Let me drink something. Yeah, I've worn this one so much as well. Again, it's one of those things that I was like, what was I doing before I had this cardigan? Who knows? So there's that one. It's also really warm, and the blue face Leicester is so soft. It's very nice. It kind of, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but it kind of has a slight halo to it. It's just ever so slightly fluffy, which is very nice. It kind of creates a little bit of a mohair effect without buying mohair, because mohair is so expensive. So there's that one. And then, oops, that's not one from the video, but I was going to put it on, but I got a bit too hot. This is Curti, also by Orlan. But that's from 2021. Okay, this is my only whip that came, or that, yeah, like one of the only things that really I started last year and then finished this year. So this is Wannabe by NCL Knits, and I knitted this in some very special wool. This is Big Little Yarn Co. Mel, the Diary of Big Little Yarn Co, is also on YouTube. She has a lovely channel, and she's doing a shop update soon, and she keeps posting about all the new colours, and oh my god, they're all amazing. I think I might have to get myself a little Christmas gift from that shop update. But yeah, so this is, the main colour is Tamago, and the stripe colour is Furikake. Yeah, I'm so glad that I finally finished this sweater. It's just so cute, and I actually really like it under these dungarees. I think it looks nice with the blue. I might wear this to work tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow. I'm filming on a Monday. I've normally finished all my YouTube stuff for Monday because I upload on Monday afternoons. This week it just didn't happen. I don't know, yesterday I got up at like 8:30, and it was like the sun was supposedly up, but it was not up. It was so dark. I'm really glad it's not like that today, because I think that I would have been in trouble with the lighting, you know. But yeah, anyway, Wannabe by NCL Knits. I think this is a really good like basic top-down raglan as well for a 4-ply. I did alter the length of the body, obviously it's me. Also, I kind of winged it with this gauge. I actually don't know what the gauge of this sweater is, because I looked at the gauge of the pattern, and the gauge for the pattern was like 24 stitches, but she'd gotten 24 stitches on a 3mm needle, which I immediately I'm like, there's no way I'll get that on a 3.5. So I just cast on with the 3.5. Shall we see what the gauge is? Let's measure it, and then we can see how far whether I was off, or like how much I know my own gauge. Let's find out. Okay, I've got about 26 stitches here, so I actually should have gone to a 3.75. Hindsight. Oh well. Yeah, I can always block it out a bit bigger, because it is a little bit on the like snugger side of how I like things to fit. Anyway, it's fine. I still love it, and I'm really pleased that I finally finished it. The thing that was preventing me from finishing this sweater, I think I talked about this in a previous knitting update video, was the stripes on the sleeve were driving me crazy with magic loop. So I switched to the tiny 23 centimeter circulars, and then I was flying through the sleeve. I could only get the circulars in bamboo though, and I'm not a bamboo needles person. I was worried it would change my gauge, but it was actually fine. So yeah, it was all good. Okay, so I made this one. I know I made this one at the beginning-ish of the year because I remember it being very cold when I finished this. This is vest number 1 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. The colours, it's better here. So this is knitted in Cama Rose Llama, so that's 50% llama, 50% wool, so it's very soft, and it's a single ply. And I've had it in my stash for ages, and I finally just decided to use it for this pattern. And then I held it with Issika silk mohair in a lovely deep red. Yeah, not much to say about this one. I really like it. It's very warm. It's a good layer in cold weather. I knitted the armholes, the armhole ribbing much shorter than the pattern because I was really playing yarn chicken, and the same with the neckband. This is supposed to have a folded neckband, but I did not knit a folded neckband because I didn't have enough yarn. Because I think I only had 200 grams of the Cama Rose yarn, but I managed to, I made it. Look, if it's done, it fits. And I think I made the 3rd size, so I didn't like make the smallest size or anything. So there's that. I need to wear this one more. I love the colour. And then another test knit. This is the Tumble Tea by Lydia Morrow, who she's What Lydia Made on Instagram. This was really fun to test knit. It's very well written. The shaping for the raglan is great. This I knitted in Pigment and Ply. I think this is the merino nylon sock base. It's definitely not pure merino, this one. This colour is called the Wine of Circe. I'm not normally like a big kind of hand-dyed yarn person, but I think it works really nicely for this top. I did stripe 2 skeins together. I think you can see it down the back. Because yeah, even though I striped, look, you can see there's a pool of orange there. I striped 2 skeins and it still pooled. So I'm really glad that I striped them. Yeah, I think this is such a cute pattern. It's very, I think this is actually also very nice as like a little layer under something else. I'm not sure I'd wear it right next to my skin. Not because it's not soft, but because I end up getting too hot. But with a long sleeve top underneath, I think it's very nice. I need to also wear this one more. I think that where I work is very cold. The shop is very cold, and things with short sleeves, I tend to just, as soon as it's cold out, I just tend to stop wearing them because it's too cold at work to wear them. So yeah, I've been wearing some of my vests like under a jumper, which like with this and the red vest I just showed you, I think they will be like an extra layer under a jumper, like a knitted thermal, you know. Yeah, so I test knitted this for Lydia over the summer. I think I knitted this in June, and it's a lovely pattern. Yeah. And then, last but certainly not least, is something I finished probably February or March time perhaps. This is Azor. This is by Orlan Tetbesh. I love this pattern. This is the second time I've knitted it. This time I knitted it in the main colour is Retrosaria Mondim. You'll notice that I've used this colour quite a lot this year in those socks that I showed earlier as well, because it was the leftovers from this jumper. And then the colour in the yoke is Jameson and Smith 2-ply. So it's like a woolly yarn in the yoke, and then a Mondim's woolly, but it's like very smoothly plied, so yeah, different textures I guess, but it's really nice. The colour in the yoke is actually like a browny lilac, but I think it's kind of hard for, the cameras don't pick it up very well when it's knitted into this yoke. I love this jumper, it's such a joy to knit. I really wanted a red jumper, and that's why I chose this one. I don't know, I could have done something plain, but I think that this is so nice. Yeah, I always shorten stuff, you know, but I think with ASOR it's designed to be quite short, so I maybe only took like a centimetre or something, maybe not even that. I don't know, let's measure. I can't remember what she tells you to knit to before the ribbing, but my underarm to hem is 23 centimetres. I think maybe you're supposed to knit to 23 centimetres and then knit the hem. And the hem's like 4 centimetres. Anyway, yeah, another jumper. So let me pick up my stack, because I feel like there's been a definite colour theme this year. Okay, so here we are. It's been like browns and like autumnal colours, but like all year, which I really like. Yeah, so this video is getting kind of long. Let me quickly show you my whips. I have 3. One is a question mark, as I said earlier. Okay. I've lost my cushion. I have this bear cushion. He's like a little sunflower bear, but he always falls off my chair. So I'm always having to like adjust myself. Anyway, okay, so first one I'll show you is this one that's on top. This is my test knit that I'm doing for Ozetta, another one. This is going to be called the Port Sweater. Yeah, where are we? I'm halfway through a row, sorry guys. Here we are. So this is the top of the sweater. I'm really excited about this colour. It is Durham Natura Gilead, my fave, in the colourway Aster, and I'm knitting it with, I've run out of mohair, I need to attach a new ball, but I'm knitting it with Gepard Kid Setter, and the colour number I don't remember, but they call the colour Thunder. So it's kind of like a greyish or lilac-y grey. I think it's more of a grey really, but it looks quite lilac-y with this kind of lilac-y colour. I don't have anything this sort of colour, so I think I'm excited. It's going to be incredibly warm, and yeah, like I said, where I work is very cold, so I think this is going to be a great thing to have. So yeah, the deadline for this is beginning of January, so I want to finish this for sure by the end of the year. Probably because I'll be going home to my parents' house for Christmas. I think maybe I'll finish it off by the time I'm getting to their house for Christmas, because I only cast this on what's the day today? Monday today. I started this sweater on Thursday, and yeah, it's knitted flat at the moment, and then I'll be joining in the round soon. I want to try and join in the round by tonight. We'll see. I have to edit this video and make the thumbnail and stuff, so I don't know how achievable that is. We'll see. that's yes, that's the Port sweater by Ozetta. That's going to be out beginning of January. It's not out yet, sorry guys. And then I have my stripe overload polo that I'm making. I'm making this in Jameson of Shetland, what do they call this? Shetland Heather. And this is the Shetland black colourway. It's very, very, very dark brown. I'm on the first sleeve. I'm almost to the ribbing. Finished the body. Sorry, it's looking a bit crumpled because it's been in my project bag. Finished the body, and then I've got one more sleeve to do. I think maybe I could take this home for Christmas as well, because it's pretty mindless knitting, to be honest, and all of the patterns I've got are on my iPad, so it's very easy for me to like sit and watch TV and, you know, do it. So yeah, there's that one. I'm excited to wear this. I don't know why I've been dragging my heels with it. I think what happened, okay, let me explain. Maybe this is why I've been dragging my heels. It's so hard for you to see. I fudged the cast on pretty like, it looked pretty shit. I don't know why. I followed the instructions exactly, but it looked kind of shit. I think I've learnt my lesson with tubular cast-ons and cast-offs. Like, if it's in a test knit, I'll do the cast-off, but cast-on for something I'm not test knitting, this has detracted me from doing it. So I thought it looked crap, so I went to kind of unravel it and pick it up again, and I just made the biggest mess of this collar. I genuinely don't know what I did. Like, I've been knitting for a long time, and if I make a mistake, I know what I've done and I know how to fix it. But with this, I was like, oh my god, what the hell have I done here? It took me 3 episodes of Elementary to fix. Thank you, Sherlock Holmes, for keeping me company. But I eventually fixed it and managed to cast it off. And it looks so much better. And I will never do an Italian cast on again. An Italian tubular, whatever, you know, that one. Never gonna do that again. So yeah, I'm determined to finish this soon. Then, last but not least, I have my stalactite sweater. I have not touched this since the last time I showed this, which was probably in September. I haven't touched it. It's got a body, it's got no sleeves, and it's got like a turtleneck. It's got no neck, you know, as you can see. I don't know whether to rip this back, because I feel like deep down there must be a reason why I'm not finishing the sweater, right? Like, I really love this pattern. I love this pattern so much. I've already knitted one of these sweaters and I wear it all the time. Like, I've worn it to death. Why am I not finishing this sweater? I feel like, you know, there's something going on. What do you think? If you're still watching, my camera is telling me that this video is almost 44 minutes long. I'm sorry. If you're still watching, should I rip this out? I mean, this colour's amazing. This is in Retrosaria Brushka, one of my favourite yarns. And also this main colour has been something else before. I made almost an entire sweater and then realised I hated the way it fitted me, so I ripped it back. And then this was my solution to use the yarn, but maybe this yarn is cursed. I love it, but maybe it's cursed. Who knows? So there's that as well. I really like it, and it looks really good with denim. I don't know. Maybe this is just going to be a whip that I sit and think about. I don't know. Oh, there's all sorts of stuff in here. Oh, I think that what's in here, there's some like odds and ends of yarn. I think that this was all the stuff that was sat on my desk, and I was like, I don't know where to put this, so I've just shoved it all in with this sweater. Classic. Okay, so that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Next week we'll be setting up my Hobonichi cousin. Don't know if you're interested in that. that will be what it is. And then I don't think I'll be doing any more videos until the new year. Just because the week after that, I think, oh no, wait, I don't know. I think that the Hobonichi cousin video will be my last one of this year. And then I'll take a break for a little while over Christmas. And then, yeah, you'll see me in the new year. So thank you so much for watching this slightly chaotic knitting update. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna try and I will link all the patterns in the description, but yeah, if you have questions, let me know, or like if you want to know, I mean, I was gonna say if you want to know what size I knitted of some stuff, let me know. I'll try and remember. I generally knit something that's, I sometimes knit the second size, sometimes I knit the 4th size, but generally kind of the 3rd size of patterns is how I like stuff to fit, like about like 41 to 44 inch bust. That's kind of how I like stuff to fit me. But yeah, thank you so much everyone, and I will see you maybe next week for my Hobonichi cousin setup video. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.